What's happening, folks? This is Krios Hale, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Today I wanted to show you a little bit more of combat in the Eagle, some maneuvering techniques, power management strategies, and what's in store for the game in the future. So, first of all, I'm going to head over to Starport Services, check out the bulletin board, see if there's anything... war. Here we go. Now, here's a combat mission. We've taken a look at this before. Target type is Eridan. I'm not going to take that because I usually attack Federation ships. Rest of the missions are cargo related, so nothing that would interest me right now. I'm 100% on fuel. Looks like I got a little bit left, a little bit to go in the reservoir, so I went ahead and filled the rest of that up. And let us... Oops. Eridan 2 is already locked on, so let's get on out of here. Here we are. So this is Azaban City. Looking pretty nice, as usual.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Here we go. Let's head on out. As you just saw, my speed's limited when my landing gear is retracted or deployed. Went ahead and retracted it, and we're good to go. Alright, I'm turning around looking for Eridan right now. Eridan 2. Alright, where's this at? There it is. Alright, so if you look in the lower right hand corner, below where it says fuel, you can see mass locked, and it shows you that I'm currently mass locked, and that is by Azaban City. So if I try to go into Super Cruise, I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'll give it a little bit more time. There we go.
Drive charging.
We're heading on to Super Cruise.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So right now, basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get enough credits to get a Viper. Viper is one of the faster ships in the game right now, combat oriented. Eagle's really maneuverable, but you can't really beat the Viper, so that's what I'm aiming for. Also, they got some sweet paint jobs available for the Viper, which I'm hoping to get later on. So on our way here to Eridan 2 and the Federation distress signal, I can tell you a little bit more about what's in store in the game. So they're planning on implementing exploration, and what that is you're going to be able to go to unknown systems, check out the planets that they have, analyze them for minerals, different life forms, and bring that data back and sell it to the highest bidder, pretty much. And what's interesting is that you're going to have this radar beam that you're going to be able to use to scan a planet, and it's basically going to put a giant beacon on your ship, so everybody's going to be able to see it, and people will flock to that location and either help you or try to take the data away from you. There's going to be pirates involved, different explorers, a lot of competition, so it should be pretty interesting. What's also cool about it is you can't just visit the sun in that system and say that you've, visited the entire thing or explored the entire thing. You're going to have to go to each and every one of the planets. The rationale they use for that is, let's say an alien race visited us. Well, if they stopped by the sun, recharged their warp drives, and moved on, well, it's not really exploring our solar system because they haven't really seen anything, so similar to that. And if you thought that the visuals were awesome right now in Elite Dangerous, in Beta 2 they're going to have SLI support, so that's going to be even more awesome. They've also released some details about the full version of the game. It's going to be $60 US currency, and if you already bought it, of course, or bought into the beta or the alpha, or you're one of the alpha backers, well, you're going to get the full game and all the digital content. So what's also pretty interesting is that in the full game, you're actually going to be able to have multiple ships at multiple planets, different systems. So you're not going to be pigeonholed into being a hauler or a pirate or a mercenary or whatever. You're actually going to be able to have multiple ships, do multiple things. So if you're in the mood, you need a large amount of cash, break out your hauler spaceship and transport some cargo and make a good bit of money. If you want to run some missions, combat missions, things like that, switch over to your Viper or Eagle. Alright, here we are. There's the Federation ship, as usual. So definitely take a look at my power management in the lower right hand corner.
Under attack. Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
So you definitely want to be careful when you're doing combat here. One of the things that these fighters like to do is basically ram you. So coming in, you're playing chicken with them, don't even do that. What you want to do is use your strafing keys, or the Q and the E, to move out of their way. And right on the nick of time, because I'm telling you, these guys do not play around. And it seems like once you acquire a lot of bounties... Alright, that guy's dead.
Target destroyed.
It seems like they almost know that you have a lot of bounties and you're going to be able to cash in a lot of money. So they try to do kamikaze missions on you, pretty much.
Target shields offline. Target destroyed.
So awesome. So freaking cool. Alright. Back to the task at hand.
Target shields offline.
Whoa, whoa. Alright, that's close.
Under attack.
Alright, looks like his buddy's on me here. Come on, come on. Reverse thruster, let's bring it back. He's done. Let's get this guy. He's dead, man.
Target shields offline.
Boom.
Target destroyed.
So take a look at my lower right hand corner again, and look at the three attributes there: system, engine, and weapons, right? SYS, ENG, and WAP. I'm going to go ahead and reroute my power systems, my power distribution to my systems, and that is my shield. So notice how that bar has now filled up. So that's what you want to do frequently, is you want to check out, make sure that your shields aren't too depleted, and if they are, reroute power to that system, let it regenerate, and then go back into combat.
Warning.
Alright, looks
Under
like-
attack.
There you go. And then of course switch it back to weapons, because especially when you're trying to take out a bunch of fighters, you're going to need all your power distribution set to weapons.
Target shields offline.
Oh, that's
Target
awesome.
destroyed. Under
Got
attack.
his attention here. Careful. Alright. That's a prime example right there. Pretty much on a collision course.
Target shields offline.
Whoa.
Target
Alright.
destroyed.
Okay, look at those flashing triangles on my radar. That means two ships are locked onto me.
Target shields offline.
This guy's one of
Target destroyed.
you. Alright. Looks like there's another individual.
Target shields offline.
Almost. 1%. Come on. Got him.
Target destroyed.
Oh, he just passed me. Reverse thrusters. There we go. I gotcha. So you want to also be careful when you're doing reverse thrusters, because if you don't have situational awareness of where you are, you can easily... Oh, here we go. Ugh. See, these guys are crazy. Anyway, if you're doing reverse thrusters and you don't know where you're at or who's around you, you can easily collide with somebody else. And that's not good at all. You lose your bounties, you lose approximately 2,000 credits in getting your whole
Target
loadout
destroyed.
back. It's just bad news. Alright. Just love looking at the detail on this ship. Alright.
Target shields offline.
Oh, here we go.
Target destroyed.
Love it. Oh, and it's even more fun when you run into a player out here, especially if they're on the other faction side. Makes things even more interesting. And it goes back to that thing, no matter what,
Target
AI
shields
is not
offline.
like another human being. This guy's 38% already. Yep, I'm not gonna be doing a lot. There we go, he's dead already.
Target
Oh.
destroyed.
I'm surprised I actually got a bounty for that one. Alright, Alright, I figured I showed you guys a pretty good amount of the combat. Alright, attract my hard points, and let's head on out of here. So obviously, we saw some more of the combat there. Different maneuvering, so mainly I talk about the strafing, keys, the Q and the E, and also power distribution. Power distribution is everything in this game. Similarly, like I was talking about recharging the shields. If you want to get away from an area, you want to redistribute your power to your engines like I just did right now. Okay, and then of course you can distribute it evenly.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, time to head back to Azabon City. If you're still thinking about whether or not you should buy this game, well, you should buy it, but it also depends on your preference, what you like. Like I said in my first video, if you're really, nostalgic, thinking about Freelancer and some of these older space exploration games, you should definitely look into it. I'm one of those that kind of thinks I was born in the wrong generation in terms of wanting to be doing space exploration. Yeah, of course I understand the physiology and the risks behind it, exposure to radiation, but I think it would be pretty cool. One thing I also figured out is when you're heading towards a different location and you're judging the distance and your speed, your speed should be about 1/10 of the distance away from where you are. So let's say I'm heading here to Azabon City and I'm at 15 light seconds like I am right now. Well, I should be at about 1.5 C or 1 point times the speed of light. So I'm actually going pretty slow here just because I'm talking to you guys, but that's what you want to do. So you want to take roughly 1/10 of that. Now that's not based on any complicated calculations I've done. That's just from experience from playing the game. I'm still quite a ways from getting enough credits for the Viper. Right now I'm about 42,000 credits, I think. And let's see how much I get from collecting these bounties, but the Viper is about 80,000 credits. Last time I checked the price at Owlin Enterprise. I can't remember if it was there or Chango Dock. Chango Dock definitely has the Viper. I'm certain of that. But I can't remember where I checked the price. Anyway, I pretty much need double the funds of what I have right now. So that's what I'm working towards. I know I've talked about it before, but I cannot wait until we can get into a planet's atmosphere and explore the planet. That's just number one on my list of wishes for this game. Now it's always a bonus that I return from combat without a scratch, so you know, my shield's recharged, I have no damage to the hull. This pretty much means that I don't have to spend any money when I go back, except for on fuel, which is super cheap anyway. All I have to do is collect my bounties, and that just goes more towards my profits, so I can buy a better ship. Now, when the game comes out, and as they release updates, you're also going to be able to buy property on space stations or planets, and you're going to be able to have a place to live pretty much in the game, and I'm hoping that you're going to be able to customize it even further than that. So, you know, right now kind of the sole motivation is to make more money for better ships and better weapons, things like that, but later on it's going to be a lot of different motivations. I was reading a blog and they were saying how they felt like combat was incomplete. I don't know what to say about that. I guess some of the missions do seem like they're unfinished, but I love the combat so far, and I feel like it's very satisfying.
Request granted.
Alright, heading over to landing pad 14. There it is. Telling you, docking never gets old. Here we go. There we go.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright, let's take a look and see how much money I made from those bounties. So as usual, you go over to contacts, you go to local security office, and 4,200 credits, not too bad, not too bad. So just shy of 50,000. Make sure to recharge on fuel. So that about does it for this video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. On the next one, I'm hoping to bring you the Viper, show you a little bit around that spacecraft, some of the combat, and hopefully more details on what the Beta 2 has in store for us in the future, and what to expect overall in the future for this game as well. For now, thanks for watching, and have an awesome day.